Good evening.
Oh, sorry.
Ooh, weird. Champ Up Chat
Number 10.
10. This is kind of a sensitive one.
Yeah, we were thinking twice about talking about it, but we posted it, or I posted it earlier today, and it was definitely something that hits home pretty hard, especially what's been going on. And I guess we wanted to jump in here and hash it out. And
I think I did some ugly crying earlier, so hopefully I won't do that tonight. Hi to Jinder.
hey, to Jinder.
Hopefully there will not be any ugly crying. But Chris put up a post earlier about Gio and his ability to build resilience since he was a baby.
Yeah.
And it, like, reading it all together, like, kind of what's happened over the last 10 years, it made me sad, but it also made me happy that that we've all been so resilient, right?
Yeah, and there are two ways to look at what's happened or what's been happening over a lifetime. You can look at it as, things that happen to you that, that can ruin the way you feel. Or you can look at it, let them, like we've been talking about over the past couple of days, let these circumstances define you, right? But instead, the way we look at it as resilience building, and we're appreciative. We appreciate all the things that we've been through and that we've been able to come back from, losing our gym, me being knocked out in front of my 10-year-old son, or when Sarah was pregnant, me, getting beat up and, get this, like I said the other day, getting the snot beat out of me for 5 rounds, well, maybe 3 rounds.
It's tough business.
But, again, there's a couple ways to look at it, but I definitely look at it as the resilience that not only within us, but for our son, Gio, and what that's going to do for him moving forward in his life.
Oh my gosh. I already see, like, when he's presented with a challenge or a problem or something really sad or difficult, like, not that I don't want him to have any feelings about it, of course. I want him to feel sad if he feels sad, or be angry if he feels angry, and then kind of
experience it.
Yeah, experience it, not be attached to it, not be defined by it, and then kind of get stronger from it. So that's what he's done, and I just can't believe the strength of this kid is unbelievable. And the thing that stood out was, and this was in the post that Chris put up earlier, yes, definitely Lionheart. Way stronger than, I think he'll be way stronger than we are when he turns around our age. But when we told him, we had to tell him the really sad truth that we were going to have to close the gym. And he spent every day of his life there. He met like all of his friends.
Literally from six weeks old, he was in the gym with us.
Yeah.
Experiencing and seeing, everything that we've been through,
Yeah, and he's like the type of kid he is, like, he could talk to anybody. He could talk to any adult, any kid, teenagers. Like, he's not scared to talk to them, but that's just because he grew up in the gym, being around so many different types of people from different backgrounds, and he's just so comfortable in his own skin. It's crazy, and I believe that's why, But he trains 6 days a week. He trains Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu, and, he was just in the gym with us 7 days a week, right? So he loved it, and when he wasn't in the gym, he wanted to be in the gym, like 24/7. So we were really worried about having to tell him that we had to close the gym. We were worried about telling everyone. We were worried about telling our members and our coaches, but honestly, I felt like I was trying to figure out how we could keep it together, keep the gym together just for him, because I'm like, how is he going to grow up without this gym?
His family, literally, his family, he grew up with kids on the mats, treating the gym like a home,
Yeah.
and it was our home. So
Yeah. So we were so scared to tell him. I mean, I don't know the last time I felt this scared. And so we sat down and we told him, and the first thing he said was, I'll sell everything in my room, Mom. Like I'll sell everything I have. The poor kid, he doesn't really have that much because we don't actually buy him a lot of like materialistic. I mean, nothing wrong with it, but he doesn't have. He has an iPad, but he doesn't have like all these different game stations. I don't know, whatever.
he has
Xbox,
the bare minimum
yeah.
for the new generation.
And he's always been really happy with, just because he's had other things in the gym and he loves to play outside and stuff. But he really didn't have much to sell. But he's like, I'll sell everything so we can pay off the landlady. And then, I told him that's not going to be enough, and he just broke down. Yeah, Joe, he broke down crying.
What's up, Joe?
Really hard in that moment. And that was hard. And then,
hey, Chris.
We pulled it together, all of us, and we just got back to life, and he got back to life really right away. And I feel like that's why he can handle all the other things like moving and making new friends and all those things that most parents would be really feeling bad about or worrying about. And he just does it with so much grace and so much heart, and I wish I had half of the heart that he has. So I wanted to share.
But we do. I mean, look,
well, yes,
we've been through so much, and what the example that we've been setting for years, that's crucial. And, appreciating, all the setbacks and all the challenges, that's how anybody can move forward in life, and appreciating that if you can wake up, roll out of bed, and breathe another breath of fresh air, and know that you can change. That's what it's about, right? And it's never over until it's over. So that's resilience. That's grit.
Yeah.
And that doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. It takes putting yourself in that, putting yourself in that zone of being uncomfortable and saying, life is gonna test you, right? And it's gonna test your heart. It's gonna test your mind. It's gonna test your body. So,
Yep.
And look, I never claimed to know it all or be perfect about it, but I just know every day we want to set the example for Gio, our oldest son, Jubei, my oldest son, Jubei, and for all of you guys out there, not just to say, suck it up and just move on.
Yeah.
Appreciate the challenges that you've been through and that you've got through them because you're here right now,
Truth.
So
You've made me a lot tougher, I have to say. I used to give up a lot more easily, and I used to be a little bit of a baby before we met. So thank you for toughening me up and giving me more grit.
And you know what? It takes two, right? I mean,
maybe I've softened you up in a good way, and you've toughened me up in a good way.
That's that yin yang. But I mean, it's been a journey, and we wanted to share that because the more you can share your struggles and your triumphs, obviously, the more you can heal. Whatever you've got going on in your life. We're definitely learning as we're growing through this whole process that sharing is the key to moving forward.
This is true.
Yeah.
Hey, Pete.
Hey, Pete.
All right, guys. Love to hear your thoughts. So, as always, if you're watching this on the replay, just give us a little hashtag replay and let us know your thoughts. And anybody that's here watching with us now, please hashtag live and let us know what you're thinking, because it helps us to see what you're thinking too.
Or share with anybody you think that might need to,
Yeah,
hear something that can get you back in the fight, right?
for sure.
All right, guys, champ up.